All right, guys, it is Wednesday morning, about 6:30. Just got off work early. Had to work a little bit of a goofy shift last night, but it works good for getting out into the woods. I was gonna go home because I'm tired, but it's rut, so slipping back in the woods. Just a beautiful morning. You can see the sun just starting to poke up. You can't see the stars above me, but I can. It's beautiful. Anyways, I got a really light south wind. I'm gonna go back in where I saw those deer on Sunday morning and waited just long enough to where I could see this trail on my way in. On Sunday, came in pretty early because I wanted to get way back in there and set up. But I think it kind of bit me in the butt. Had to cut through here and cross these fields back in here with my light on, and it kicked up most of the deer. So I think with it being a little bit lighter, not having to use a light, I can creep along the edge of these fields really quietly and avoid that very thing. So anyways, cameras have been lighting up the last 6 hours. Does and bucks right behind most of them. So slip back in here, slip up in my saddle and see what happens. Check in just a bit. All right, guys, just got in. As you can see, it's pretty light out. I got probably about a third of the way in here, and I know I heard at least 2 different bucks, and they were grunting and just crashing around, chasing does. My way to the back of this property, I got to go through some fields. Anyways, they were in a stand of oaks, tucked in there, just chasing like crazy. I kind of debated what to do. Probably should have just shot up a tree on the edge of the field that I was on, just right there. There was enough racket going on back in the woods that I could have probably just slowly worked my way up a tree and been alright, and then I would have been in the game. Anyways, it is what it is at this point. I'm up in a tree. I'm back in this funnel between these 2 ridges. Sunday morning, I sat about 150 yards to my southeast, pretty much straight east, a little bit southeast. And I saw those 9, several bucks, small. I think, depending on what I see this morning, I think what I'm gonna have to do is just start changing my tactic and start sitting up top. Just get in and oh, there's a deer right there. I got a deer moving to my east or west, coming right down here. Well, guys, saw those 3 does come down here, and they came down that gully there. Came and drank at the creek for 5 minutes, and then turned right back where they came from, and then ended up skirting up the side of that ridge to my south. I look over and I could see movement through the trees to my east, and Anyways, looked like a big deer, so I pulled my camera up on it, and sure enough, nice big, looked like an 8. Probably about 100 yards to my east. Where I sat on Sunday, it was right over there. And I would have smoked him from that stand, but it's part of the game, right? Move over here because I got busted by those does that came down the hill, and so I ended up shifting west, and maybe what I should have done is just shifted straight north instead. But hindsight's 20/20. Anyways, got a little bit of video of them, so kind of cool. It's early yet, it's only 8:30. A lot of time left. Actually, I've seen deer earlier than I thought I would down here. Every time I've sat down here, it's been 8:45, 9 o'clock before I've seen about one deer. So it's a good sign. All right, guys. Well, just made it back to the vehicle. Ended up seeing on the way back. Literally, I mean, I'm hunting way the heck back there, about 1.4 miles. So right down here. I don't know if you can see that little orange oak there. Just right down that little dip there. I was walking a trail here and kicked up pretty nice buck that I thought looked like a pretty nice buck, and the doe ran east towards the public, and then he went west towards private, and so I kind of hunkered up in the pines just on the other side there. I don't know if you can see them. Yeah, it's backwards right there. Because it's real quiet, I snuck in there, and anyways, he sure enough ended up wanting to work back towards that doe, and I actually I could have had like a 50-yard shot at him, but he ended up being a buck that I got a picture of back a mile back in this creek bottom that only has half a rack. I had pictures of him earlier this year, a couple weeks ago. Apparently just busted it off fighting, so he's got his left side, I think it's his left side. I can't remember, I have to look. Anyway, he was moving. I don't even know if I would have drawn, if I could have got a shot, but he was about 50 yards. I could have definitely pulled my bow back and tried to get it loose. I probably wouldn't have with him on the move like that anyways, but anyways, that's that. Deer are definitely moving. There was also a little fork with him, so I'm gonna head home, get some sleep, and then we'll come back out here again in a few days. It's hot. It's like, man, it's gotta be 70 some degrees, which is ridiculous for the 2nd of October. So anyways, it's the pack sticks and tethered Phantom saddle. Nice light pack back in, easy way to hunt. So all right, I will catch up with you all later. Jump the doggone fence right there. Oh.